2005 Nismo R34 GT-R Z-tune car in VR. Hello there everybody and welcome to OpaFed Gaming. I am the OpaFed. Today we're driving a 2005 Nismo R34 GT-R Z-tune in a Nissan GT-R Cup on the Tokyo Expressway in the east clockwise direction. We're doing 4 laps. We started 16th of 16 cars, and we started with a rolling start. Now we're driving under a clear blue sky, late afternoon, early sunset. I believe it's going to start getting dark after a couple of laps here. But we don't have to worry about that as we're racing, and we get by the very first few cars. Now we got to move up fairly quickly because this race is not very long. 4 laps. They're lengthy laps, but the cars are really going at an intense speed, and it's hard to keep up. Now, when they're going at this kind of a speed, the track is wide enough to pass them, but they use the full width of the track going from side to side. And by doing that, it makes it hard to pass because there's less opportunities. Plus, at the speed that they're going, you can't get around them unless you power around the outside. And if you do that, well, most of the time you don't have enough power. And if you do try to do that, a lot of times you overshoot the corner and run into the wall. Well, we don't want to do that. We'd like to win this race clean, and we'd like to do it the right way. So we're going to try and cut them on the inside. If you cut them short, that's the best way to do it. Now, on this particular track, there's a hairpin turn, and we're coming up to that really quickly here at the end of this here straight section. You turn to the right, and it goes right back up the road again towards the finish of the first lap. And if you're quick enough, like here, we snuck beside that white Nissan. If you're quick enough, you can catch them on the inside, but you've got to slow down enough that you can take the corner really short. So remember that if you brake soon enough, cut them on the inside, you can pass 1 or 2 cars if you're close enough to them. So as we're coming back up the road again, we're going back into the tunnel, which will be where the end of the first lap will be. Now some of these guys, they go a little bit slow through the tunnel. I don't know why, but if they slow down like that, especially an ungodly amount, we just pass them. We will not sit behind anybody that's going to go too slow because we want to get to the front, and we've got to pass 15 cars together to do it. And as you can see, the race is pretty fast. Now the cars that we've passed so far, and there again, the OpaFed always forgets to count them, those cars were the slower of the pack. So you might think, well, you know, it looks pretty easy, he's passing quite a few cars, but the cars in the front are the ones that are a little bit faster than the ones in the back. That being the reason that why they are in the front in the first place. Those are the guys we're going to catch up to and do battle with. Now we're in our second lap, and we're about getting close to halfway through the second lap already, but we got a long ways to go. We got lots of time. Now, when you catch up to these guys, the best thing to do is to try and stay with them as best as possible. Because I mean, through here, as you can tell, there's really not an opportunity to pass. So, but you also don't want to let them get away on you, because when an opportunity does present itself, you want to be there to take advantage of it, right? So you want to stick close by the guy that you got to pass, like right over here. Sneak by him on the inside if you were close enough, and maybe push yourself past him around the corner. Anyhow, we weren't that close to them, so we're just going to stick by them until we get to the end of this here straight section again, and we'll see if we can cut them a little bit short on the inside and maybe get ahead of 1 or 2 cars that way. We got 2 of them right there close together. Just right over here, just cut really short. There you go. And you end up getting beside him, but you got the inside track, and if you hammer down, you got quite a bit of speed. You can get ahead of him. And you look in your rearview mirror, you can see he's behind you now. He's not going to get back up beside you anymore. But you do have to keep an eye on your rearview mirror when you're racing. One thing that the OpaFed doesn't always do all that well. So we do have to pay attention to that. Now I see they turned on the lights in the tunnel, and we finished our second lap, and we're starting our third. It's starting to get dark outside. See, you can see the road is getting a little bit darker. The lights are starting to come on. And we get to see the light show of the Tokyo Expressway. Absolutely. You know, when I first started racing, I didn't really care for this particular track, but I've grown very fond of it. I love the buildings around it. I love driving on the road rather than a dirt track, although I like the dirt tracks too. But I've really gotten to like this particular track. Now, we are in our third lap, and I do believe this white Nismo, and then there's a black one and a yellow one. And I do believe this black one and the yellow one are the last two cars in front of me. But you can see that yellow one in the lead, he's really zipping. Like, I'm going pretty hard trying to catch him, and I'm getting a little bit closer to him every once in a while. But, you know, as you're trying to catch him, and it's going to take a while, the lap keeps going by. It's evaporating under your tires, and you're losing time, you're losing track space, you're running out of room, because we're going to come around the corner here, and pretty soon we're going to be finished with the third lap, and then there's only one lap to go. But we did manage to, us and the black Nismo in front of us, did manage to catch up close to the yellow one, so we're within striking distance. We're right with them. And as you know, the track here, when we get to the end here, we're going to head back down from where we came through the hairpin, and that'll be the end of the third lap. So we gotta make our move soon, I would suppose. Now, yeah, we tried to cut him a little close, but he cut us off. We couldn't get through there, and that's okay. We give it every opportunity that we can. Every time there's a chance to get by them, we do it. Now here we got by the black one. We only got one more car leading us with one lap left to go. And like I said, through the tunnel here, they always go a little bit slower than normal. But this yellow one, he seems to be zipping by pretty good. Now you got to keep an eye on your rear view mirror. Like I said, they sneak up behind you and they zip by you. And now look at that, he's going to take over the lead. Fantastic. He took over the lead, the black Nismo. Now we got to get by the yellow one. And there again. Oh, no, couldn't quite make it. Well, oh, we pushed by him there. We got him to go behind us. Amazing. Well, we've only got the one car left in front of us, and we're going to try and sneak by him as soon as possible because he's obviously a pretty zippy little car. But not going to stop the Opafed. We've never given up yet. We don't stop until we see the checkered flag. So as we're going through here, like I said before, just try to keep up with them. Try to stay close behind them because you're not going to pass them through here. And you're not even going to pass them through here. But you see his brake lights come on around the corners. You can see his habit of braking just before he gets to the corner. If you can get close to him, he brakes, you could zip by him. That's what we're going to try. Maybe on this corner coming up here. Ah, yes. No, maybe not. Oh, we did get him eventually, though. There was a battle back and forth, and we were almost at the end of the lap, too, so it's none too soon that we got by him. And now we better step on it and stay ahead of him. Slow right down for this corner so you don't overshoot it. Stay on the track nice and clean. We're going to head her back down the tunnel over here pretty soon to the finish line. Absolutely awesome. What a great race. Love this one. I hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you back at Opafed Gaming again real soon. Until then, you've been driving in a 2005 Nismo R34 GT-R Z-tune with me, the Opafed.